of the day and give you my feedback on them. Of course, welcome to the blog YouTube. I'm your host, Doug here. The biggest story of the day has to be Clayton Kershaw winning the most valuable player, or the Cy Young Award in the National League. I think we all saw Kershaw winning this. Kershaw, young pitcher, he's 23 years old. He'll be a free agent when he's 26. So we're going to get to see a lot of this guy. He's going to be a free agent soon. He's going to sign a huge deal, too, probably when he gets there. He's been working well with his off-speed stuff, getting his fastball over the plate. I just really like what he's doing. I think Kershaw will be a top-flight pitcher in the major leagues in the next couple years. That's all I got on Kershaw. So Kershaw, of course, winning the Cy Young Award. All right, next, probably biggest news of the day in baseball. Dave Swaytham accepts the offer. He will be the new Chicago Cubs manager under Theo Epstein. Swaytham was the hitting coach for the Brewers, making it possible that we might see a Prince Fielder offer to bring Prince Fielder into Chicago to be their new first baseman, with Carlos Pena not really getting it done. All right, let's see. I really wanted to focus a lot on college football today, so for the rest of the YouTube video, I'm gonna talk college football to you, tell you crazy scenarios that could happen with this BCS. All right, let's go. All right, first, of course, we have our two unbeatens at the top, LSU and Oklahoma State. Let's look at LSU's schedule first. LSU has 2 games remaining on their schedule. They go at Ole Miss, and then they're home against Arkansas. I think they're going to win both games. Let's just say they do win both games. All right, the next team to look at, of course, is Oklahoma State. They play Iowa State, and then they have at home against Oklahoma, which is the number 5 team in the country. So let's just say for fun, we're going to do 2 different scenarios, or we'll do a couple different scenarios here, picking our national champion. Let's say LSU runs the table. So they knock off Ole Miss, Arkansas, and then they knock off probably Georgia in the SEC championship game. All right, so let's just think about that for a minute. So I'm going to give you guys a couple scenarios, and I'm going to tell you what I think will happen. All right, so I got LSU. LSU runs the table. All right, so let's say LSU runs the table. Oklahoma State loses to Oklahoma. So if Oklahoma State loses to Oklahoma, then we have Oklahoma, who knocked off a good team. We still have Oregon and Alabama there that haven't. So let's say Oregon, I think Oregon, in that case, would go to the national championship over Alabama. So we'd have an LSU-Oregon national championship. That'd be a fantastic game. I would love that so much. That'd be a great game to watch. Oregon has really got the offense rolling. The other scenario, let's say Oklahoma State runs the table. So Oklahoma State runs the table. LSU loses to Arkansas. Then you have a whacked out scenario. Then you have LSU, who beat Alabama and Oregon with 1 loss. Computers are not going to like either one of those teams. They're going to drop. Then you look at maybe a Clemson, Virginia Tech getting back up into there somehow. Maybe Virginia Tech and Clemson, one of those teams knocking off each other in the ACC championship game. They could get right back up into the chase. Now let's say both teams lose. LSU loses to Arkansas. Arkansas jumps up big. Oklahoma State loses. They jump up big. What happens then? Do you have an Alabama-Oregon national championship? Do you take LSU because they're probably still going to win the SEC championship game, so LSU stays there, but then Oklahoma State, and you lost, you drop down, then Oklahoma jumps up in there, and then we have another Oregon matchup possibly. Just so many crazy things could happen. The scenario I think is going to happen is I think LSU is going to lose to Arkansas on December 3rd. LSU will lose. Oklahoma State will run the table, and we're going to have maybe the scenario I talked about where a Virginia Tech or a Clemson sneaks up and there's a 1 loss. Or maybe then, of course, if all these teams have 1 loss, you're looking at a Houston team right now. It's 10-0. They're going to probably beat SMU. Does Houston move up? Does Houston get up into that top 8, top 6 discussion? I don't know. But right now, if I had to pick a national championship game, I would pick Oklahoma State versus Alabama. Oklahoma State versus Alabama. Only because LSU is going to lose to a worse team than Alabama lost to. And still, I think the computers will overlook the loss. So I think it's going to be okay. I just really think that's what's going to happen. I think we're having Oklahoma State, LSU, or Oklahoma State, Oregon, Oklahoma State, Alabama national championship game. Mark it down. Oklahoma State is going to win that game big time. Oklahoma State is my pick as a national champion this year. Thanks for watching YouTube. Hope you guys have a great weekend.